Welcome back to the Ring Chasers podcast. I'm Alex with my co-host,
Jacob.
and so last time we brought you guys the end of the second round, and today we're just gonna do some quick round awards.
Yeah, we
Like we
got
did for round one, so let's get into it.
we got the second round awards today. I think we got 5 awards. Last one's a little bit more of a fun award, but I guess these all are fun awards, but I digress. First one, MVP, the most valuable player of, I guess, kind of the winning teams of the first round, because that's kind of how it normally goes. For me, I picked the most obvious choice, Luka Doncic. This guy went off in the second round against the best team in the league, Phoenix Suns, so-called best team in the league.
We'll about that later.
Best record in the league. Luka averaged 32.6 points per game, 9.9 rebounds per game, and 7 assists on 48% from the field.
And that man can hoop.
He is a hoopa.
I think we're starting to realize that there's a thing called playoff Luka.
Oh yeah,
Even the last
playoff
2
Luka's
years,
scary,
even
bro.
the 2 years prior to this, when they lost in the first round, man was different.
And elimination game Luka, that guy's different. He's averaging 37 a game.
Hopefully, we don't see him in Golden State.
Hopefully not. Your Warriors would be in trouble.
Nah, we got Curry and Wiggins.
and Clay. Anyways, my MVP goes to Luka Doncic.
So for me, to be honest, I agree. But just to get some more conversation here, I'm just gonna mention Jason Tatum. The man, he had a couple bad games, but he also had some pretty amazing games. More good games than bad games. He had 1 or 2 off nights, but at the end of the day, he averaged 27.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, on 42% shooting, which is pretty good.
While guarding Giannis for most of the series.
That didn't really do much to Giannis, but
I mean, it still takes a lot.
It takes a lot of energy.
A lot of energy to guard Giannis.
Yeah, they beat the former champs, which Boston's tough.
Boston's legit, man.
And Tatum's tough.
Playoff Tatum. Another one?
I think it's just Tatum.
I think it's just Tatum. It's just Tatum.
Tatum's
man.
that guy.
Tatum is him, kinda.
Second award, the Where Did He Go award. Players or teams that played good in the first round or were and were bad in the second round or were expected to be good but were bad.
Kind of a wacky name, but I mean it fits the award.
Yeah.
Where did he go, man? For me, where did he go?
Where did he /
Desmond Bane? 14 points per game on not bad shooting, 42%. But, I mean, it's down 9.5 from the first round points per game and down 8.5% from the field.
I mean,
well, also he took less shots.
Which the thing is he didn't play horrible. Watching those games, he didn't look like a negative out there. But you'd expect when John Morant goes out,
John Morant.
You got to step up. But then you could also think maybe John Morant's playmaking was getting him those shots.
Yeah, but also he wasn't. He played better in the games without Ja. He wasn't really scoring in the games with Ja.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know people didn't expect him to average 21 a game again or 23 a game again, but 21, 22, stay in the 20 range would have been nice to see for the Grizzlies.
To be fair, they were playing one of the top few defensive teams in the league.
Yeah, it's completely different than playing the Timberwolves.
Yes, he was probably the second or third guy that the defense would go to behind Ja and maybe Jaren Jackson.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I mean, to be fair, he probably had Klay Thompson, maybe Draymond at times. I mean, Steph's not a bad defender.
Yeah,
he's not as good as those other guys. I guess he probably had Klay on him majority of the series.
Oh yeah, probably. And Klay's a good defender, man. But he didn't shoot poorly. He just took less shots. I guess he just got less opportunities, which allowed him to score less points. But I mean, where did he go award? Desmond Bane.
I know where he went. He went to Cancun.
He went to Cancun, man.
Warriors sent him home. My award, I'm not giving it to a player. I'm giving it to a team. And that team is the Phoenix Suns.
Oh.
I mean, the first round wasn't amazing for them, but D-Book was hurt. It's kind of okay, fair enough.
We'll give it to you.
They give it to them. They played good when they had everyone playing. Chris Paul played amazing at the end of the series there. And everyone, I mean, to be honest, I really expected them to win the series.
Oh, I expected them to mostly walk over Dallas, a 5-6, a 6 at the most.
I mean, and everyone was hoping for a redemption of last year's playoffs where they got to the finals and blew a 2-0, but they got some guy named Chris Paul who's He's infamous at blowing those 2-0 leads.
Yeah,
He's blown 5 of them in his career.
and he's never won a Game 7 in his career.
Not once.
Never.
And it's, but I mean, it's maybe more Chris Paul than the Suns, but overall the Suns did not play good at the end of the end of that series.
Oh no, the last game was abysmal.
No, they didn't. After that, they don't deserve to move on. Dallas played hard and they deserve to move on.
Yeah, Dallas played their hearts out. Like they kind of Dallas just had everybody kind of slowly getting going throughout the series.
See, they
which
played,
is what the Suns did not have.
They played that game like a game 1. Dallas played it like game 7. That's how it went.
Well, like
They were
when I was
super aggressive.
when I was researching that game, reading about it, it was like the Suns had all the pressure on them, whereas the Mavs came in just kind of light and easy, just cruising into it with like kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna have fun and see what happens, kind of thing. Whereas the
Phoenix
Suns,
had the pressure because they're the better team. Dallas was like
Hey,
already
we-
above their
yeah,
expectations.
hey, we made it this far. Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, they weren't. If they lost, people would be like, okay, fair enough. Dallas, they played really well in the series. They lost,
Yeah,
but they won. And Phoenix, everyone was like, wow.
The Phoenix Buns. No, the Phoenix Bums. Because they played like
Alright.
bum this game.
Yeah.
Or that's most of the series they played like bum.
Let's get the next award.
The next award.
Second round redemption award. Player that played bad or not necessarily bad.
Or
the first round, but
mediocre.
played better and stepped up in the second round.
Yeah, you know, guys who were like, huh? What are you doing in the first round? And then, or that's actually where I went with it, but
I took a little different approach.
yeah. But mine was Bam Adebayo. In the second round, he averaged 17 points a game, or 16 and a half, which is like not crazy for Bam, but he shot 66% from the field, which is 4 points higher than the first round and just under 18% better from the floor.
Yeah.
So that was the big stat from me, was the percentage wise.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know, not a crazy boost in points per game,
and
but
that little 4 points per game up, it helps.
it helped. Oh yeah, it helps for sure.
Helps a lot.
And like especially with like the 76ers have like a more dominant big man, I feel, or like a more paint presence than the Hawks. So I was actually surprised by that.
Yeah. I mean, but to be fair, Joel, he is hurt,
Yeah, but
but still, it's Joel.
he's still Joel Embiid in the
Yeah.
in the paint, like
7'1", like 260, whatever he
an
is.
absolute behemoth of a man.
Oh yeah.
And then Bam also averaged more steals and more blocks with less fouls per game and less turnovers per game.
That's what you need.
So
moving on in the playoffs.
He just kind of all around stepped up in the second round. I
Yeah.
mean, not crazy production points wise, but he was just kind of there all around for everything.
Yeah.
So Bam Adebayo, second round redemption award winner for me.
For me, I got Al Horford. Even though his stats won't necessarily say it, his rebounds were up like 2.5 to get to 10 points from like they were at like 7.5 last series, and his points were only at 13, but pretty similar to last series. But he played some really good minutes this series. Like
Yeah, he played some important minutes.
he had that 30 piece. He's had like double doubles a lot in the series, and his defense, like it didn't do a ton on Giannis, but like his rebounding and his just defense on the other players.
Yeah, his presence
down
on the floor.
low he looked like younger self, like when he was in Atlanta at times.
Back in the ATL
He,
days.
he had a couple games where he was a little invisible, but he looked like an all-star at times as well.
Yeah, he stepped up and played some big minutes. He had some
Huge minutes.
he really impacted some of the games that that the Celtics ended up squeaking through or winning. And yeah, I mean, kind of a different approach, but still a good
Second round improvement.
yeah, still
Maybe,
still
maybe
an
a second. Maybe improvement's a better name for the award than redemption.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the way you took it.
Yours
second
is more of a redemption. Mine was more of an improvement.
So there you go. Bam
Fair
Adebayo,
enough, yeah.
Al Horford. Okay, moving on.
To our second last award.
The Jerry West Award. You guys are familiar with it. We had
The
it
best
for the
player on
last
the losing
round.
team.
Best player on the losing team. Mine goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo, the best player in the league.
Oh, I don't even have a player for this because I don't think there's another player
No,
other than Giannis that deserves
there's
this.
no other option for this. 33.9 points per game, 14.7 rebounds a game, and 7.1 assists.
This guy is the best player in the league, and no one can tell me
Oh my
differently right
God.
now. But
You know, he didn't shoot as well from the field as he did in the first round, but I
but-
mean, gave it all, and like
Yeah.
missing Chris Middleton
That's
is just
huge.
too much for the Bucks to overcome.
yeah,
But I mean,
there's no shame losing to this Boston team. This Boston team is the real deal.
number 1 defensive team in the league. Yeah, I'm just gonna average 34 points a game.
Yeah,
Huh?
Giannis.
This guy's just different, man.
He's different.
He's
And he knocked down some threes this series too.
yeah. He shot better from 3 this series than he did last series. I know that for sure. I'm not sure the exact percentage, but I know he shot better this series from 3.
Yeah.
And like he was just dominating most of these games. And like it's not like the Celtics don't have an inside presence. Like they got Horford, Daniel Tice,
Yeah.
Grant Williams.
Tatum.
is pretty big. Tatum, Robert Williams, great
Yeah.
shot blocker.
They have
So-
some amazing inside defense, and Giannis just
They just have amazing defense, and Giannis was just like, nah.
better.
He's just
Giannis
like, nah.
was
he was just like, no, I'm not gonna be stopped by this defense.
Yeah.
Like, he was just different. And like,
I couldn't agree more with that. Like Giannis is just different.
yeah. I
All right,
mean,
let's wrap this up with
Wrap
each of us. We have 3 of our best moments of the second round.
yeah, best
Let's
moments,
go
favorite
1 for 1.
moments.
Let's go 1 for 1 here.
Yeah, best moments, favorite moments, kind of whatever we were thinking. For me, the first one I had a little fun. It was the JaVale McGee steal on Luka and the fast break dunk in game 1 of the
Yeah.
Suns Mavs series. That was just kind of funny to watch.
Yeah.
Like JaVale running up the floor. I mean, you've seen some of it in the past where he does like behind the back dribbles, and it
Yeah.
just looks so unorthodox. But I mean, it was just kind of funny and a fun moment.
Yeah.
And that was my first pick for best moments.
My first move, I'm going back to Game 5 of the Bucks Celtics, where the Bucks won by 2, and at the end of that game, Drew Holiday snatch blocked Marcus Smart, went on to the other end. Pat Connaughton knocked down some free throws, and then he stole it from Smart at the end of the game. There,
Yeah, big
big
defensive play.
defense showing that he should be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversation.
Yeah, Holiday was like, "This guy won Defensive Player of the Year."
Nah.
That's my
That's
award.
my
That's
award.
my award.
I mean, but Smart's still in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's
so,
who's in Cancun.
And what do you got for your number 2?
For my second award, I got Harden turning back the clock in Game 4, goes off for 31 points. It just
Yeah.
looked like Houston Rockets Harden.
Yeah.
Back with the Mohawk, man. I mean, he was taking better shots. He wasn't wasting the shot clock
Yeah.
down. Wasn't flopping to try to get calls that don't get called anymore. I mean,
he still did that back in Houston, but the calls got they
got called.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean like today or like not today, but
last year's.
last series. I mean, he just kind of carried the 76ers that game
Yeah.
in a series where Embiid wasn't able to do much
Yeah.
and Tobias wasn't really there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he carried them that game. Harden turning back the clock for my second award.
For my second award, I got end of Game 3, I believe it was.
Yeah, I think it was game 3. Yeah, game 3 sounds about right.
Or go down Game 3.
No, it was game 1. The block.
Was it?
Yeah, it was game 1.
Steph Curry's block on Ja Morant in Game 1. Right after Clay's huge 3 to put them up, Ja had a floater, or it was close in, and Steph blocked that from behind.
Huh?
It's like, that's unheard of.
It's like
Steph, he's an underrated defender, but you don't really hear him blocking anyone ever.
it was like that play during the regular season. It was like, oh, blocked by Curry. What?
Yeah, the announcers, they were just as surprised as we were on that. Like, Steph huge block on, and usually a guy that doesn't get blocked too much at the rim.
Yeah, on a crazy rim runner in the
Yeah.
league, Ja Morant. Yeah, blocked by Curry, and
It
then
looks like we got
we both have the same
thing
third
for
award.
this. It's Game 6.
Game 6 Clay. Oh yeah,
This man
not
is
rehearsed.
different in Game 6.
Game 6 Clay, man.
Game 6 Clay is unreal.
He struggled shooting for a lot of the series, and
He
then
did not have a great series, but man, when this team has their backs against the wall, Clay. Comes up big. What?
Nothing, man. Yeah, Clay popped off this game. I mean, Game 6 Clay, you've heard the name. It's been a while since you've heard that, man.
I mean,
2019?
man, this guy's about to be injured for 2 years, come back and make the finals. That's how this man's supposed to do it.
That's how we do it out here in Golden State.
That's how Golden State does it. They're
Man.
just different.
They just build different. Well, I think that's gonna
Yeah,
wrap
I
it
think that's a
up.
good place to wrap it up.
Those were our
Series awards.
conference semifinals awards. We got the conference finals being played, I think, through most of this week, and then they're wrapping up next week.
Yeah.
So we'll have
the conference finals, Eastern Conference Finals. This one in the West is wrapping up real quick.
Nah, man, nah. I mean, probably, but hey, no spoilies.
No spoilies.
No spoilies. Yeah, so we'll have the conference finals recap coming up for you guys probably late next week.
Yeah.
And yeah, that'll wrap it up, man. Thanks for
Perfect.
listening, everybody.
Peace.
Adios.